So, and we will head over now to Aisling, who's sitting down with humanitarian and activist Amanda Lindhout.
Absolutely. Former journalist Amanda Lindhout. She was taken hostage in 2009, just days after arriving in Somalia, to write a story about the millions who were there affected by war. 460 days later, she was released, and now she is gaining international attention for her work there and joins us this morning. Amanda, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
So I know I had heard an interview a while ago saying that when you were in captivity, you said to yourself you would devote your life to making the world a better place for those who are in Somalia. And really that's what you've been doing now with the Global Enrichment Fund, right?
Yeah, with the Global Enrichment Foundation, it's very much the purpose of my life, and it does stem from a promise that I made to myself during some pretty dark times in captivity when I wasn't sure that I'd even make it out alive, but a commitment I made to myself that if I did, I would do something to make that country a better place for the people who live there, especially the women, these incredible Somali women who have very limited opportunity. It's one of the most oppressive environments in the entire world for women, and so I've done that.
And you were most recently there in just in the spring, and you've been back 5 times since your ordeal there. This was a country you once begged to get out of. What brings you back, and what is that experience like for you every time that you're there?
Yeah, it really took people by surprise when I decided to go back last summer after everything that I had been through, but my dedication to this work is real, and it does require me to be on the ground there. And the last time that I was back in April, which was the 5th time, you know, it was a really important trip for me. It was going to visit our newest program, this incredible initiative that we've started called She Will, providing the very first support services to survivors of rape in that country. So providing these women and girls as young as 6 years old with medical care, therapy, access to education, small business grants, giving them the tools to rebuild their lives, to reclaim their lives after the devastation of sexual violence and rape is just incredible.
And what kind of an impact do you feel this is having?
I know that it's having a tremendous impact. I decided to do this program because when I was there as part of our famine relief program in September, I realized what a crisis was emerging in regards to sexual violence, because so many women were now settling in these insecure and dangerous internally displaced people's camps where they were being violated by criminal gangs and abused. I met many of the women then who were very broken because of those experiences. And some of those same women I was able to revisit in April, having had access to the services we've been able to provide for them, and seeing the hope that they have for their future now. Just being given some really basic tools is just amazing. And of course, as a survivor of sexual violence myself, after my experience in Somalia, I recognize how important it is to be able to provide women with these kind of services. Women the world over should have access to these sorts of services, of course.
The foundation is getting so much international attention. What is next for the foundation? What is your ultimate goal for it?
Yeah, it's been amazing, you know, to see what's happened with the Global Enrichment Foundation just over the last 2 years. It really started as a one-woman show, this idea and this vision that I had to create change in that country. And just 2 years later, you know, raising millions of dollars, getting attention, and, you know, from people like Bill Clinton, who invited me to speak in D.C. in April. It's been amazing. What we're doing right now is we're fundraising to build the very first safe house for women in Somalia. So as an extension of our She Will program, to be able to provide a refuge for these women to go and to be able to stay in a safe place. So that's my goal, and I hope to have that money by the end of the summer, $500,000. It's not too much, and to start construction in the fall of the very first safe house for women.
How can Calgarians help you with this?
Well, Calgarians can, of course, go to our website, which is globalenrichmentfoundation.com, and donate. Tax receipts are available for all of our different initiatives, and there's lots of other ways to get involved too. Creating awareness, talking about what we're doing is as important actually as giving money. Somalia is a country that's really fallen off of a lot of people's radars, and that's unfortunate. It's one of the poorest countries in the world, and it's home to some of the most courageous and resilient people that live on our planet. We should be supporting them.
I only have a few seconds left with you, but you are in the midst of finishing up your book, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. So my book will be called A House in the Sky, and Simon & Schuster will be publishing it in the United States and Canada next spring.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to reading it, and hopefully you'll come back and you can chat with us about the book. Amanda Lindhout, thank you so much for being here. If you want to find out more about Amanda's foundation, the Global Enrichment Foundation.com, Global Enrichment Foundation.com is the website.